Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It has been some time since I put out a video, but today I wanted to make sure I put out a video for you guys. Not only because it's a Tuesday, it is my birthday, and usually on the channel the past few years I have been putting out a BD rip video here. So I ran by and stopped after work at Barnes & Nobles, and as you can see in front of here, I grabbed a bunch of Topps Heritage from this year. As for those who don't know, Heritage is one of my favorite products to rip. I know it's not everyone's favorite because it's geared towards set builders. They make a bunch of this and it is hard to pull hits. But that's the fun of it, it's the chase. I know people are saying, oh, you're just wasting money buying retail, just buy a hobby box so you can get yourself a relic or an autograph and better hits, more of a chance. You know what? I don't mind. I like opening the product. It's a fun product to open overall. This and Stadium Club, though I know Stadium Club took a hit this year, but then making some changes, but it's still a good product because of the photography. But anyway, I went ahead and decided to grab some Heritage. They had a bunch of stuff there at Barnes & Nobles. They still had Topps Chrome Update, but that's too expensive. You know, paying $40 for a blaster. They had Heritage, they had Stadium Club, and of course they had the other sports. They had Prism football. They even had Prism baseball, but for the USA kind, but that's not my cup of tea right there. So I just went ahead and decided, you know what, grab 2 blasters, 2 hangers, and a mega box. See what we could pull out of here. So enough yapping out of me. Let's get into this. We're gonna start off with the hangers to see if they are bangers. 2026 Heritage Baseball. It says here you get 35 cards, 5 exclusive base light purple and burgundy sparkle parallels. This one is dinged up, so is that a good sign? It could be. You never know. Go ahead and rip into this one. See if you can find any of the big rookies. See if you can find a hit in here. That looks to be a chrome that's sticking out. Maybe it might be one of those exclusives that they have coming out that's printed there on the box. And as you all know of Heritage, they print a lot of this. They also sneak in some image variations, which you can look by the back of the card. You just have to read the code, which is impossible now to even read. Look at that. You got like a magnifying glass just to see that. But they do help you out by putting, you know, right here, what kind of, if it is an image variation, they have the word right there. At times they change the cartoon on the back. And of course there are the short prints, the high numbers. A lot through it. So let's get into this. Here's the design. Bednar, Taylor, Stanton, Sale. Ooh, Kershaw for my Dodgers. I put him up there. Legend. There's Randy doing his pose. Ozzie Albies. Seth Lugo. We got Logan Webb. Zach Gallen. Taylor Ward with his new team. Chase. Strom. Holiday. Oh, there's Pajes for my Dodgers. Like the best hitter on that team right now. Off to a hot start. As for our rookie, we have Cole Young. Crochet. Hernandez, another rookie. Caminero. All-Stars. Owen Casey. Got Jansen, who's now on the Tigers. He was with the Angels last time. And Goodman. Trey Turner. Austin Riley. Estevez. Winston Hunt. Stolen base leaders here of Cabrera and Cruz. Suzuki. Collins. Langford. Here we have our blue of Nolan Ryan. Back when he's at the Angels. As for our chrome, we have Gavin Sheets there blowing a bubble there for the Padres. Now these aren't numbered as it used to be before they made the change, before they included chrome in every pack. As for our burgundy sparkle here, Victor Mesa Jr., Trevor Rogers, and for our base light purple we get PCA, who as we all know, has been making headlines ever since, well, at the beginning of the season, made, calling out Dodger fans, saying what he said about them. And they ended up winning the first game out of the series against the Dodgers, and he kept continuing talking trash. But what's funny is that they didn't win the series, though. They ended up losing it. Not much out of that one. Of course, I'll look back for any variations if I did miss any, or any short prints. I'm sure I did. But since we do have other products to open, I do not want to spend much time on that. Get through all this. See if we could find an autograph, maybe. We got Kris Bryant. Poor Kris Bryant. The downfall of Kris Bryant, man. There's just dealing with those injuries. It's been kind of sad for him at the end of his career. There's Jose. Max Muncy. The A's Max Muncy, not my Max Muncy. Cam Smith. Machado. Strider. Salvador Perez looking nice in those shades. Jung Ho Lee. Westberg. There's Will Smith, one of the best catchers in all of baseball. James Wood. And I know there are variations. There's usually variations for like the banner or for the way that the All-Star looks like. Jonah Tong, rookie for the Mets. Hasn't debuted yet this season. Maybe he will later. Jazz Chisholm. Duran. Dane Myers. Donovan. It's no longer on the Cardinals. There's Dylan Beers for the Orioles. There's Roki. He's been struggling, but he did pick up his first win in his last outing, which is nice, but he's still giving up those runs. Hopefully he can figure it out. Long season. There's Kyle. Victory leaders. Fried and Peralta. There's Volpe. Ionescu. McMahon. Ha-Seong Kim, who hasn't played yet for the Braves. He's been injured. There's Mookie for my Dodgers. He's also been injured as well. Just go and put him up there. Victor Robles. Hoffman for our rookies. Bobby Witt. The Enterprise of Ronald Acuna. Insert. Adam Frazier is a refractor chrome. Those aren't numbered either, but it does say refractor on the back. Just to let you know. As for our Burgundy Sparkle, we got Matt Wallner for the Twins. Carlos Rodon. And for our light purple is Pete Alonso, who's no longer on the Mets. Alright, nothing too crazy out of those two hangers. Of course, like I said, I'll look back and see if there are any variations. I know this Mookie doesn't look like a variation. Probably isn't, but funny how, this is the regular Dodgers uniform and that's their City Connect ones, their special ones. Anyway, let's get into it. Next up, we have two blaster boxes. Here's the breakdown right here. We get exclusive dark green, pink parallels, pink sparkle parallels instead of the burgundy. Look at all the variations that we can look at. Throwback, alternate banner, image and more. Of course, we look for autographs, relics you can pull out of here as well. 64 cards in here. Get these packs out of here. Put the box over here. Always love how they package Heritage, since it is basically, a throwback design throughout the years. Which is going to be funny because at some point they're going to catch up to maybe like the 2000s. And then even now at some point. Alright, Kobe Mayo. Sandy. He's probably going to get traded at some point. Like I said, I'll go back and see. But I'm sure if you guys spot any variations, feel free to comment down below. There's Thomas. Michael Harris. Kyle Isbell. Always shout out for Fontana. I always like Kyle Isbell because he is from my hometown of Fontana, California. So anytime I see his cards, it's always nice to see. Willie Adames, Aaron Diaz, and Josh Hader. Now I know Heritage isn't kind to everyone. Oh, there's Kyle Tucker, our Dodgers. newest Dodger this year, who also hit a walk-off last night against the Marlins. It's nice to see that. Hopefully that gets him going, gives him some confidence. Sal Frelick, Marcus Seaman, Ketel Marte, Hunter Brown, Jackson Merrill. As for our dark green, you get a rookie of Rodriguez. Don't look too happy right there. And we get Yu Darvish. Oh my god, that... What is that pose? It's like he's frozen. Or looks scared. That's funny. Alright, next one. That's a nice one as always. Shohei. I know I'm just putting Dodgers up there right now, huh? Why not? It's Freddie. Mike Trout. Hopefully you get a healthy year out of him. So far he's been healthy and he's been doing well. Chris Bryant. Jose again. As for our pink sparkle rookies here. And then you got Christian Moore, who was with the team last year when he debuted, but then he got sent back down this year. So maybe just work on some, fix his batting a bit. He'll get called up again. CJ Kafis. Dominguez, the guy who's been a rookie forever. I did read that he got called up. Hopefully he can figure it out. If not, I think the Yankees should just trade him because he's barely 23, which is crazy, but it feels like he's been in the league already for 10 seasons. Angel Martinez, Max Muncy again, Cam Smith, a bit of repeats here. Machado, Rocchio for our Chrome, and Parker Meadows. Next one. I should mention that this year I am part of a Dynasty Fantasy Baseball League with a couple of buddies, and so far I'm doing well. I started off 0-2, but I am currently I'm on a 3-game winning streak. Hopefully I can keep that up. Team off to a slow start, so if I do see players that I have on my team, I will point them out. One of them's right there. I have Ohtani. I was lucky enough and I got the first pick in my draft, and I drafted Ohtani twice because you need to draft him twice, not only as a hitter but also as a pitcher, and no one else decided to draft him as a pitcher. And he's been working out well for me so far. He pitches tonight, so hopefully he continues that. Terang, Garcia, Drake Baldwin. Braves just know how to develop catchers, man. Solid catcher. Westberg, there's Will the Thrill. He's on my team. He's not my main catcher. He was supposed to be, but Ben Rice, who I have on my team, he's taken over that spot so far. He's been off to a hot start. Josh Naylor. This is a nice color match right here. These dark green parallels works out for the Athletics. For Denzel Clark, Moncada. So if you're an Athletics fan and you like that color match, I would grab some blaster boxes or just buy singles of the Athletics, all in dark green. You got Cal Raleigh and Schwarber, J-Rod, Christian Montes de Oca. That's a name. Payne Tolley. I know he's highly touted for the Red Sox. He did pretty well when he got called up. Ryan Weathers, Alec Burleson. As for our Burgundy, Mitch Keller. And from the Rockies, Ezekiel Tovar. But yeah, my team's doing well pretty so far. If you guys are doing fantasy baseball, let me know how you guys are doing down below. You're off to a good start, off to a slow start. Remember, it's a long season compared to fantasy football. With baseball, you got to pay more attention to it because every day you got to see if your players are in the lineup or not. If you got to make any moves to pick up some pitchers who are starting today. If you need to catch up on points and all. Yastrzemski, Devers. Let's see if we can find more of my fantasy players here. Wilcox, Buxton, Guerrero. That's a cool shot right there, Lindor. Max Fried with his rocky mustache and the chrome, and Bryson Stott. Alright, wow, that was the first. We got finished with that blaster box. Nothing too crazy. Again, it is Heritage, so it is going to be tough to pull out hits out of here. But when you do, it's very rewarding. I think it's the most satisfying, like when you pull a hit out of Heritage, especially when it comes to retail. My best hit out of Heritage retail was out of a hanger box for 2021 Heritage. It was a black refractor of Acuna out of 72. Those are tough to pull. So that's been my best hit so far. There's Bubba Chandler, the Pirates, Chase Burns, nice rookies, Brett Baty, Cavalli, he's another solid one right here. For the Red Sox, Strikeout Machine and Matt Olson. None of those were in my team, but solid rookies right there. We got Cal Riley, Jansen, Goodman, Thomas, Bednar, Taylor again, Burt Reynolds. Just kidding. Brian Reynolds. Imagine. In the dark green, and we got Cole Riggins. I just want to see one autograph. That'd be cool. Trey Turner, Riley, Estevez, Stanton, Sale, Kershaw again. As you know, that is a repeat from the hangers, and it does happen with retail. Of course, you see a correlation. Noel Marte and our pink sparkle. Bryce Elbridge for the Giants. I know people were hot on him when he first debuted. Haven't heard much from him since. Wissenhut. Oh, there's Shohei again. It's like, hey, we've seen this before. There's Randy, Ozzy, Seth. For our Chrome, we have Mr. Schwarber. And we got Morales for our rookie. Trying to see if I can find more of my... Oh, so it's upside down. CJ, Dominguez. Why is this upside down? Logan Webb, he's on my team. Not bad. Not bad to have on the team. Jesus Sanchez, that looks different. But again, these, you never know. Jordan Beck and Jordan. I know Heritage high number later on this year is going to be a fun chase, especially going after Murakami from the White Sox. He's on my team. He's not in this series, but I'm pretty sure he'll be in high number later on. He's off. He just hits home runs. He's Hill. Upside down again. Ryan O'Hearn. Soler. Flaherty, he's on my team. He's off to a slow start, though. Hopefully he can turn it around. Rengifo for the dark green parallel. Ashcraft for the Pirates. I'm just piling up these packs right here. PCA again. I'm pulling a lot of his today. Maybe get an autograph of his or something. Sardo, Adele, Freeland, Nick Kurtz. Everyone's big on him. Oh, sneaky right there. Good thing I looked back behind this one. This is a good hit. Where's my stand? Oh, my stands are buried under here. Here, put up this one. This right here is an image variation. How can you tell? Flip it over right here. It says image. That means you got an image variation. I'll take that. What a hit. Nick Kurtz. I haven't checked out how he's been doing. Let's finish this pack here and then we get back to that. Churio for our pink sparkle and Lawrence Butler. I know everyone was going crazy after his cards when he got called up, hitting nothing but home runs. I know he was off to a slow start. I haven't checked since how he's been doing. It could be the sophomore slump, who knows, but that's always nice to get. It's always got to check. That's why later on I'll check and see if there's any other ones. It's upside down. Kyle. Now I'm going to start checking all of them now. Colton Cowser and Machine. Enterprise. Yuri Perez. As for a refractor of Jacob Young. There's AL All-Stars of Javier Baez. Who also plays in the outfield, which is crazy. Alright, we have one hit so far. I'm pretty sure there are other ones that I probably missed. Time for the big one, the Mega Box. Quick rundown. We get exclusive base red and silver sparkle parallels. So hangers, we got burgundy sparkles. Blasters, we get pink sparkles. This time we get silver sparkles. Lots of sparkles. Look at that. 136 cards. Oh man. And here I was trying to make this video before my wife gets home. But it looks like she is going to be getting home while I try to finish this up. So I'm giving you guys the heads up when she does. So she might make an appearance. You might hear her in the background. Alright, let's get into this. See if I can rip it up. Maybe I can get it before she gets here and get it done. Schoolball. Skeens. Kikuchi. Pete again. Hill. PCA. Never leave me alone. Oh, that's not bad. That's a nice one to get. He's a stud. Strikes out a lot of people. Next one here, we got Duran, Dane Myers, Donovan, Cody Clemens, Joey. Here's Kyle again, Mazzardo, Chrome of Doyle, Yamamoto, MVP. A nightmare to Blue Jays fans. Tip of the cap, I'll put you up there because you, sir, won us the whole thing pretty much. Next one here, I got Dylan Beavers. There's Roki again, who's on my team. Jordan Walker, Volpe, Noel, David Hamilton. That felt weird. Brian Wu. The one variation that's hard for me to tell or to pick out are the flip stock ones. Those are, I wonder how many of those get thrown out, mistaken for base. Where basically it'll feel smooth on the back and it'll feel rough on the front. Here Matt Olson, Reagans, Eldridge again, McMahon, Kim, Mookie. As for our red, oh, not a bad one to get, Cam Schittler. Put him up there on the stand. He's been dominant for the Yankees ever since he got called up. Next one. Morales, Alvarez, Hashcraft, Robles, Hoffman, Bobby. As for our Chrome, Joey Cantillo. Hey, there's Kyle again. Sorry for this being a long video, but it's my birthday video. I can do what I want. Baez, McCutcheon. Sad to see that he didn't end up finishing his career with the Pirates. Maybe he still can, but he's with the Rangers right now. Maybe he comes back next year. There's Correa. Get out of my face. Good thing it's not an image variation. That'd be hilarious if it was. Mickey Moniak. Damas. I lost track of my players. I haven't seen any other ones. Ward, Chase, Matt. That's Springer. I need to clear that. That's Rodriguez, Aranda, Hunter Bram. I'm almost there. Oh no. There you go. Jackson Holiday, Pajes, Cole Young, Denzel Clark, Bubba, Former Dodger Vargas is for a red base exclusive. And then there's Cattell. Alright, down to our last deck here of the Megas. So far we've gotten one image variation out of here. I count that as a hit. It's not a bad one either. There's Altuve, Terang, Adalis, Baldwin again. We got Bobby right there. And there's J-Ram. Very underrated. Very underrated player. Who I feel will make the Hall of Fame one day once he calls it. Jonah Tong, Tanner, Chisholm, Brooks Lee, Springer, Brooks Baldwin. Looks scared right there. Garcia for our Sparkle, and Basalo. Another big chase. Rookie chase this year. I'm running out of space here. JJ Bleday, it's okay. Horowitz, we can make it. We can make it. There's Freeman. Like I said, if my wife makes an appearance, don't be alarmed. Try not to panic here. Brandon Sprout. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. Christian Walker. Tatis. Profar. Oh, man. This guy. What? Man. Things he's done for that organization for his career. Yastrzemski, Devers, Clement on the red base, the Mayor, the Red Sox. That guy should just retire. Cameron, Schmidt, Adley, Moreno, Javier, Mariano, Swanson for the Sparkle. I had this guy on my team in the beginning of the season. He was off to a slow start, and I dropped him. Now he's on a tear. Someone else picked him up, and he's getting hot. So that's what happens. Sometimes you gotta be patient. Dalton Rushing without his mustache. It'd be hilarious if the image variation is him with a mustache. That should be part of Top's image team. That'd be a hilarious image variation. No mustache? Mustache. Brent Brooker. Riley Green. Brian Reynolds. Ooh. Here's another little hit. Teoscar Hernandez. Green Refractor. Numbered out of 99. 32 out of 99. And it's the Dodgers. Yes. He's also on my fantasy team. Oof. I'm going to put him right here in front of Mookie. That's a nice hit right there. As in, hit that's gonna make your money back? No, but it's a PC card. Alright, we got Cabrera. Chandler Simpson, he's on my team. Great pickup. He's been awesome as a pickup. Killer for speed and can hit. We got Nico Horner, he's also on my team. Griffo Doyle. Leading fireman. Bring Giffel for the Chrome and Mountcastle. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there. We got 2 packs. We're almost there. I feel she's almost here. McAble. Valdi, Curtis Mead, Bryce Harper, Anthony, John Extin, Garcia for the rookie. Bo Bichette no longer on that team. He's on the Mets and he's off to a horrible start. Here he Perez. Alright, last pack here. So I can wrap it up before. See if I can beat the time. Juan Soto. James Wood. Friedel. Ryan. Robert. Record breaker. Riley Green. For red base parallel, we got Josh Young, who's on my team. I recently picked him up. I dropped Alec Baum and replaced him with him. And then we got Victor Scott. Overall, I think we did good. Like I said, I'll look back and see if there's any other image variations that I missed. I know there's a bunch of short prints, as in the high numbers. But I think it was a success here. Got the red base Schitler. The Sparkle of Early. Nice image variation of Nick Kurtz and the Hernandez green refractor out of 99. Thank you all for watching. This was fun. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.